We're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 139. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the show creator, the executive producer, and the guy who has the busiest 2 minutes before we go live, I think. That's my son, Matt.
It also never fails right when I unmute the mics, Charlie shakes.
Yeah.
So it always starts with Charlie rattling over there.
So did that go out?
Oh, yeah. You could have heard that.
You could hear that. Yeah.
But I'm here. Yeah, that's me.
I was watching him right before we started, and he's like clicking this, going there, going here, going there, going there.
Yeah.
That's why we have Matt.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm so glad you checked in today. Our goal is simply to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. That way you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8, and you can also find us on all of your favorite podcast apps. Coming up today, a food warning if you're hoping for a romantic night. Who do we think will go to the Super Bowl? We'll have our picks, Foodie Friday on a Thursday, and a couple of feel-good stories, too. So that's coming up this morning. Good morning. We have a balmy 9 degrees here. I will not complain, though, because I know Abby and Lori have it worse, as they live in Virginia and Maine. No, not Virginia. Vermont and Maine, respectively.
He's not going to complain to you guys. He will most definitely complain to me right after this.
That's when I have to take Charlie outside, you know. But I do have my new balaclava to wear today.
God. He just goes out and buys things, like randomly.
Well, last night, Sarah texted us because we're going to Virginia.
Yeah.
And there's a chance of snow in Virginia, too, on Saturday, which is huge for them. So Sarah said, could you buy this boy a sled? And I said, why? She said, I can't find any sleds. Because
why would they sell them down there?
Yeah.
It snows like once a year.
Or they sell a few, so they're all gone.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So I went to the store yesterday to buy him a sled. I found one. She also wanted a shovel.
Yeah. Because he likes to help.
Yeah, he likes to help Daddy. So I got him a collapsible shovel, so it's his size. And then I was looking for a scarf. I was just looking for a man's scarf. And I found 2 displays for ladies' scarves. Mm-hmm. And they were a little feminine for me, you know?
I mean, it'll get the job done, though.
Yeah.
It's all about keeping you warm, people.
So then I saw these balaclavas, which I've been... I am saying it right.
Yeah, but you've been looking for a ski mask. Tell it the right way. You've wanted a ski mask for so long, and everyone in the family is like, no, you're not going to walk down the street in a ski mask. Because he wants like the bank robber one for some reason, too. That's the one you wanted to get.
With the 2 eyes?
Yeah, and we're like, no, you're not going to walk around looking like you're going to rob a bank.
So they have these things, I guess, skiers wear them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people in the cold wear them.
And it's you just put it over your head, and it's
kind of like a ski mask.
Kind of. It has an opening for your eyes and everything, so.
He comes home with the most random things all the time.
Well, good. Welcome to Thursday, January 27th. Today is National Chocolate Cake Day. Oh, let's definitely celebrate. On the Datebook today, on this day in 1880, Thomas Edison patented the electric incandescent lamp. Is that the light bulb? On this day in 1945, Soviet troops liberated Auschwitz and Birkenau concentration camps in Poland. So it's International Holocaust Remembrance Day as they were freed. On this day in 1948, the first tape recorder was sold. 1969, Chuck Noll was named the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. A year later, in the 1970 NFL Draft, a young man by the name of Terry Bradshaw from Louisiana Tech was the first pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Laverne and Shirley premiered on ABC on this day in 1976. Michael Jackson was burned during filming of a Pepsi commercial on this day in 1984, which I guess led to a lot of trouble afterwards because I think he became addicted to pain pills after that, and it was a mess.
Thanks, Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on this day in 1991, it was Super Bowl 25 in Tampa, as the Giants beat Buffalo by a score of 20-19. The MVP was the running back for the Giants, Otis Anderson. Birthdays today, Mikhail Baryshnikov is 74. Your buddy Chris Collinsworth, You want to do your imitation for us?
Here's a guy that really knows how to broadcast a football game by saying, here's a guy that knows the guys.
Okay.
And he's a good guy,
He's a
Chris
good guy,
Collinsworth.
yes.
Because here's a guy with great, even legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He is 63. Did you notice his son, kind of sounds just like him?
Yeah, they look their eyes are the same.
Jack Collinsworth also works for NBC.
Yep.
And Patton Oswalt is 53 today. All right, who do we have with us today?
Let's see. Gail's here. She did ask, Matt, will you be serenading us tomorrow evening as Hunter? That's the plan. There is some things in the air. Like, I'm sending Pete with some of the equipment that I use for that stream down to Virginia. So I got to, I don't know. I got to figure some things out. So we'll see. But that's the plan. We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Diane says, good frosty morning, all.
Frosty. As
my Maynard grandfather used to say, there's a nor'easter coming. Yeah.
There's a nor'easter coming.
It's still up in the air, though. Like, no one knows, are we getting rain? Like, even in Virginia, too. Doug's like, we're either getting a lot of rain or a lot of snow. So nobody knows, but we could get a foot here. So.
The latest I saw was 12 to 18 inches. Wow. On a weather map this morning.
And I'll be here shoveling by myself.
By yourself.
Great. Abby says negative 18 here. So, don't be complaining.
I'm not.
Mia says 10 degrees. That's in Pennsylvania. And Justin says 65 degrees here. Thanks, Justin.
Oh, yes.
We appreciate that.
Florida.
Justin's in Florida, of course.
Yes.
And then Dana's here. Good morning, Dana. But, yeah.
A friend of mine.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Audrey's birthday. And we won't be doing a show tomorrow. So today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Audrey. Shout out. Yeah. I don't know if applause is called for happy birthday things, but I like the applause button. Yeah. Just feels positive. Anyways, yeah.
I have a friend of mine in Tampa who posted a picture the other day because at the football game the other day, it was 55, wasn't it, I think?
Oh, chilly.
In Tampa?
Yeah.
So my friend Greg posted a picture. I think he had to scrape his windshield Monday morning.
Ooh.
And he was like, come on.
Do they know how to do that down there?
Well, he's from Vermont, so
that's true.
He would know, but
he can teach the others.
I guess.
Yeah.
I also read this morning that in Massachusetts, I don't know if it's the same in other New England states, but in Massachusetts, there is a shortage of snowplow drivers.
Oh.
They said it's for 3 different reasons. COVID, retirement, and there just aren't people don't want to do that job anymore.
If I thought I was capable of doing it well, I would do it. But I don't think I'd be good at that.
Yeah.
Nah.
They spoke to one of the DPW guys from a town, and he said that the current, how do you word it? The current workforce, they just don't want to get up at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning and go plow for 12 hours.
Okay, but hear me out.
Certain kind of mindset.
Hear me out. If you don't have to, why would you? I feel like they always come out with comments like that. Like, oh, what a lazy generation. They won't wake up at 2 a.m. If you don't have to, if you can make money a different way.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Why would you?
Why
you know
would
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to make it worth my while.
Yeah.
If I can make the same amount of money, or probably more, to be honest, not waking up at 2 a.m., I'm not going to do it.
Now, is that a generation thing? Because is there... the greatest generation.
It's an intelligence thing. If
but I'm
you
wondering,
can make more money not waking up at 2 a.m., why would you do it?
But what I'm trying to get at is there a generation that was like, I need to help people. They need me.
So it's like this weird pride thing with
all right, let's look at you
kind of generation.
Let's look at you and your brother.
Okay.
Because you would be, because he's that kind. He's that, Joe Navy.
Yeah, but no. But here's the thing. I think if someone said to Doug, hey, you can wake up at 2 a.m. and plow a driveway, or you can wake up at 7 a.m. and, I don't know, sell cars. I have no idea. That's just a random thing. I would think he would sell cars. It's the same amount of money. You're not going to...
Right.
I
get your point.
There's an automatic need to be like, what laziness? But it's like, if you don't have to wake up at 2 a.m., why wake up at 2 a.m.? That's all I'm saying. If you want people to wake up at 2 a.m. and plow driveways, pay them more money. They'll do it.
I would say he has a good point.
I mean, we had the story about the Great Resignation thing yesterday. It's not laziness. There's more opportunity.
Right. So they found a better thing.
I just don't like the laziness argument because... Yeah,
I had a friend
I don't
on.
think that's not it. That's not the driving force. Maybe with like your grandchild, like the one person making that argument. Like maybe they have a lazy grandchild. And
Maybe,
they're like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, the whole generation's like this. But
I have a friend on
me
Facebook.
fuming.
After 60 Minutes did a whole thing on the Great Resignation.
Mm-hmm.
He went on Facebook and he was like, "Watching 60 Minutes, people are lazy." I'm like, no, that's not what they said. You know, what they said was people don't want to do that job. They go and get another one.
this is the last thing I'll say because we're getting way off here. We haven't even started the show.
And his blood pressure's up.
There's a new movement in the world where people are waking up to the point of like, wow, I work for like 2/3 of my life. Maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't be miserable. And there's this awakening that's happening where people are like actually seeing like, okay, well, there's actually a chance I can enjoy what I do for a living. So I'm going to quit what I'm doing right now and maybe go find that. And for some reason, there's a whole generation that's like, lazy pieces of garbage. You all should be working at Wendy's because I did. I worked at Wendy's. I didn't like it, so you all have to do it. And it's like, but maybe there's a chance at a better life for everyone. And I think we're just waking up to that. And it's never going to get through to those people's heads. But, that's my best shot. They're just, everyone's just trying to be happy.
I think I can top that. We're done. Bye.
Fade to black. That's a wrap on the show. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. No, good points. In the news this morning, after 16 years in New Orleans, Saints head coach Sean Payton has decided to step away. The 58-year-old, who is the winningest coach in franchise history and led the team to its first Super Bowl win in 2009, is leaving the job after the Saints finished the season 9-8 and missed the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. Well, you have no Drew Brees. That would be. There is talk of him possibly going to work for one of the TV networks.
See, all I'm going to say about Bill Belichick, though, is Sean Payton, Drew Brees left, things haven't been going his way. He bounced. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady left.
Found a way.
They had a poop season. Bill was like, I ain't leaving.
Yeah.
And I mean, It's looking like he'll be back next year, too. So who knows?
St. Patrick's Day is still 7 weeks away, but one brand is already gearing up for the day. Lucky Charms is launching a limited edition flavor this week that turns the milk green once it's poured over the cereal. No chemicals there, huh? It also has special St. Patrick's themed marshmallows. What do you think they are, shamrocks?
I would think, right?
Rihanna donated $15 million to 18 charities focused on climate justice in the United States and 7 Caribbean nations. Rihanna released a statement that said, quote, "Climate disasters, which are growing in frequency and intensity, do not impact all equally. Communities of color and island nations face the brunt of climate change." Lawmakers in Hawaii are getting closer to legalizing sports betting in that state, but there might be a catch, and this is why I brought this story out this morning. They are debating a bill that would set the tax rate on all winnings at 55%.
Crazy.
Meaning you keep 45% when you cash in your ticket, and the government gets 55%. Ouch.
I'm just trying to think. I'm not into sports betting, but like at that point, like, is it even worth it? If you're only making 45% of what
I know,
what you think you're making, I don't know.
It's like people always say, if you win the lottery, so much of the government takes so much. Yeah, but the government's going to take $13 million. You still have $14 million, so you're in a lot better place than you were.
Which, in that case, it doesn't sound as bad, but like with sports betting, I mean, you're not always winning $13 million.
Right.
You're winning like a couple $100, maybe a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
So at that point, I mean, you're only winning half of it. I don't know. That's crazy.
Talking football this morning, we have just 2 games left, and they're both on Sunday. They're starting at those late times again. Which did I complain about that? I know I complained.
We talked about it.
I complained to you about it.
Yeah.
The games are at 3 and 6:30. So,
which you and I felt differently about that.
Yeah, I don't like it because you have the whole season. We get used to games at 1 and 4:25 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you go through the fall and you get 1 and 4, 1 and 4, and then for the playoffs they change it to 3 and 6.
Yeah.
So
I don't like waiting until 3 for the first game, but I do enjoy the second game being done around 9:30. Because 8 o'clock games, it's fun for like the first quarter, and then you're like, damn, this isn't going to end until midnight.
I got to get up in the morning.
Yeah. But it ends at the perfect time. The reason I think they do it is because of West Coast, because
sure.
Because then it ends up being 12 o'clock on the West Coast, so it's like it's a nice football time.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. Sarah went to California like about a month ago now, I think, and she was telling me how Sundays are epic in California because it starts at 10 a.m. So your day is football.
Oh, wow.
Because the games start at 10 a.m. So you wake up, you have brunch during the first game. You know, you could eat some breakfast, coffee during the first game. And then you got games at 10, you got games at 1, and then the late games on at, what would that be, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
She's like, it's pretty epic watching football on the West Coast. I was like, that does sound kind of enjoyable.
Well, we get a taste of it when they do a London game because they start at 9:30.
Still got the 8 o'clock game. Though.
Yeah.
So you're waking up early and then you're staying up late.
All right.
But yeah.
So what do you think? Do you like those games being, at a different time? So Sunday we have Cincinnati at Kansas City, and that's followed by San Francisco at Los Angeles to play the Rams. Now the funny thing is, I have teams that I would like to win, and then I have teams that I think will win, and they're not the same.
I actually had a dream last night that it was the Chiefs 49ers. I don't know why. I don't know what was happening in the dream else. Like, other than that, that's the only detail I remember. But I was very disappointed because I don't like it was a rematch. To me, that's boring.
Oh, right.
When it's not my team, I just want different teams. So.
See, I think it'll be the Chiefs and the Rams.
Yeah.
I would like it to be the Bengals and 49ers.
I would like it to be, and I think there's a chance it could be the Bengals and Rams.
You think the Bengals can get by Kansas City?
Here's my thing. Josh Allen played phenomenally
yes.
in that game.
Yeah.
But the Kansas City defense kind of played like garbage. They were letting up just deep pass
because they let them do all that.
After deep pass.
Right.
And Joe Burrow and his receivers are mighty fine at the deep pass. So they have a really good passing game.
They don't protect Joe because he gets
that's the thing I'm worried about. He got sacked 9 times that last game. Yeah. So I'm hoping they got an entirely new offensive line. I don't know. They just picked some guys up off the street. They probably end up being better. But yeah, no, I do think the Bengals have a chance. I'm rooting for the Bengals. So my picks are Bengals, Rams.
Bengals, Rams.
Yes, sir. I got him thinking now.
No, you do.
Yeah,
you have me thinking of that.
Because also Tyrann Mathieu, the safety for the Chiefs, I don't know if he's playing. And that was once he got injured in that Bills game is when they started lighting him up. So I'll
go with KC and Rams.
Okay. This guy's going logically over there. He's picking based on I don't know, reality.
Yeah. Stupid thing.
I always pick with my heart, and it makes me disappointed in the end.
Woo. Let's get to today's Stumpah. Trish isn't here, by the way. I expected her by now.
Yeah.
She
a little late.
Coming home after a shift last night. The Stumpah. All right. The average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it? The average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it?
And I did want to point out, Mia had asked if at the end of the month we could check in on the score, because if you didn't see before, I keep track of all the winners, and then at the end of a specified time, which we have not decided yet.
No, is it 2 months? 1 month?
We'll let you know though in advance. But whoever's leading gets a prize of some kind. So this is the score right now. We got a lot of people tied at 2. Abby, Mia, Mia and the hubby.
Yes, Mia and hubby.
And Gary all tied at 2 wins. And then we got Dana, Lori, and Justin at 1. So yeah. And if you're wondering, the keeping track of the score has started in the new year. I said that in the beginning. So this is the score as of the new year. So this is where we're at.
And by the way, Mia has asked that we list it as Mia and hubby.
Yeah.
And I think that should be one of the big mysteries of this show. You don't find out until our final episode, whenever that is, what the name of hubby is.
She did say once.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. I apologize. Right. I don't remember. But yeah, no, if anyone else wants, if I spelt anyone's name wrong, first off, I just take it from whatever YouTube tells me. So I take that name. If you want it to be a different name, let me know.
All right.
Let me know and I got you.
All right.
But
so
yeah.
Do we have anything in the chat you want to get to before we get some answers here, or what?
Let's see. Abby said plow guys make plow guys. That's their official
that's
job
their
title.
name, yeah.
Plow guys make wicked good money up here. I mean, they're working 7 months out of the year. That's a good point.
Wow.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If you want to plow driveways, go up there
Yep.
to Vermont.
Well, I'm also talking about plowing the highways, plowing the roads.
Yeah, my bad. But you're just plowing in general. Go up north. Go up north and make a buck. If you don't mind waking up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
If you don't like waking up at 2 a.m., you don't have to do it, but just get ready to be called lazy for the rest of your life. Anyways, also Diane says Justin needs a title to go along with his salary. Something like bouncer, because Justin's out here kicking spam people out.
Oh, okay.
He does. He also deserves a raise. Once I get one, we'll make sure to get him one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think so.
Stumpah time?
Stumpah. The average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it?
Justin says pump gas.
Pump gas? No.
I actually need to. Okay.
I need
to double check what the answer is.
to guess up today.
Oh, well, that was a good reminder, Justin. Thank you.
And there's a blizzard coming, so it's not like it'll be busy. Yeah.
Gail says brush their teeth.
Brush their teeth? No.
That number should probably be higher.
Right.
That's a decent number because at least you're doing it once a day.
But
it
they
should,
tell me
it should
this
probably
week-
be higher.
They tell me at least do it twice. At least
Do it twice.
a day.
I like to do it like 3.
Three?
I need a midday brushing.
I usually
because,
go twice.
You drink coffee, you eat stuff. Gross.
Morning and night. Yeah.
Anyways, Kat says sneeze.
Sneeze? No.
Who keeps track of that? Is what I want to know. Because I guarantee there's a Stumpah out there where the answer is sneeze.
And how do you keep track of that? Like, do you put it in your phone? Like, how'd you get my phone? Huh? Do you have a...
Or like if you're Trish and you sneeze like 4 times in a row.
Yes.
She's like, achoo, 1, achoo, 2.
She's a threefer.
I'm a 1. I'm a 1 sneezer. Yeah.
Yeah.
On rare occasions, I'll be a double sneezer. But most of the time, I'm a 1 sneezer. One big sneeze and I'm out. That's it.
Abby's mom, my sister-in-law, is the same way, right?
1 sneezer?
No.
Oh.
It's like a 3 sneezer.
Ah.
The first one, you always know there's more coming.
Yeah. Here we go.
right.
Mia says, I'm struggling with this. What do I do more than once a day on average?
Yeah, that's a good way to figure it out. Yeah.
Justin says grocery shop.
Grocery shop? No.
Justin, that's a lot. Sit there and think about that one, buddy.
Wow.
390 times a year. How much is the average American eating?
Yeah.
I mean, well, a lot. So
Yeah.
I guess. Mary Lou says goes to bed.
Goes to bed? No.
No. I guess if we're including naps, that's a good guess.
Oh, okay, right.
That's a good guess.
Right. I was going to say, how does that work?
Abby says set an alarm.
Set an alarm? No.
Abby says make food.
No.
Justin says drive. Good guess. Good
Yeah,
guess.
that's not it.
No.
Speaking of alarms,
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and it was 4:45.
Okay.
And so
way too early.
So number one, I wake up and I'm like, did I set the alarm last night? So I had to grab the phone.
Oh, your phone alarm. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Got you.
So it was the weirdest thing to wake up and all of a sudden go, did I set the alarm?
I think my phone tricks me sometimes. Like I had an alarm set. Like I have many alarms set, and I had one set for like I think it was like 7:05, and I don't remember that one going off. Like I think my phone picks and chooses which one goes off, and I don't know. I don't know. My phone's messing with me.
I guess.
Anyways, the average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it? Mia says talk to their Alexa or similar device.
Oh, no.
It seems like a fair number.
You don't think it's higher? No?
I mean, I don't have one, so
Yeah.
maybe if I had one, I think it's higher.
Sarah has one. She talks to it for everything.
Gail says take a photo.
Take a photo. No.
Abby says my mom sneezed 13 times once. Wow.
13 times?
See, I don't know if this is weird.
Then you got a headache.
I hope this doesn't come across as weird. I enjoy sneezing because I feel like it's the best way to clear like your sinuses.
Okay.
A good sneeze clears me up. I'm good to go. I'm ready to go after that.
Okay.
13 times in a row, though. At that point,
That would give me a headache.
I think my head would fall off. Yeah. Justin says shower.
Shower. No.
Another good guess.
Yeah.
That seems accurate. Mia says talk on the phone.
No.
Justin says walk the dog.
No.
He also says wash the dishes.
Wash the dishes. No.
Mia says drinks coffee.
No.
That's probably a fair
That's a good
amount.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mary Lou also said wash the dishes. Unfortunately,
no.
incorrect.
So
That's all
nobody.
the answers I have. If anybody has more.
Ironically, I think somebody actually said this yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. There's hint number 1 without discussing it like Pete normally does. You know what we're going to do from now on? We're going to go to the booth is what we're going to do. And I'm going to mute our mic. I swear to God, I'm going to quit this show. I'm trying to do like a little joke, and my dude, if anyone's good at reading lips, he just said it.
Did I?
I didn't mean say it.
Did I say it? I didn't even realize I said it.
Do you know what the answer is?
Yes, I did.
You said it. Thank God the mic was muted.
Well, let's see. Did anybody read lips?
Jeez, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Too stressful.
That's it. I'm leaving.
Mia says change outfits.
Change outfits. No.
Let's see. Abby says laundry.
No.
That's a lot of laundry.
Yeah. Wow.
Run the dishwasher. No.
No. That's a good. Yeah. That could be
A little higher than I would think.
right. More than once a day.
Mia says watch a movie.
No.
No. Mia says go out to eat. No.
No.
Not quite. Justin says watch TV.
No.
No. What was the question yesterday, says Abby. It was...
I don't have it. Do you?
It was something along the lines of some sort of useless statistic of group of people. Don't do this alone. And it was watching scary movies.
That's it. That's
the answer. Yeah.
I said they can't do it alone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Trish is here. Or I hope it's Trish. She has not come
Somebody's
through the door.
opening our
Someone's
door.
Here. Who's here? Who's in my house?
It's Trish.
It's Trish. Thank God. I'm just waiting for the day it's someone breaking in. And we're welcoming robbers like they're a character on the show. Like, who do we have here? We're being held at gunpoint.
I got to tell you, though, it's so funny because he knows that we have cookies in here for if he really acts up. You know, we draw his attention over here. So when Trish comes in, he greets her, and then he immediately goes over to where Matt keeps the snack because he's like, come on, you got one. I'm not leaving until I get it.
Yeah.
So
Trish, the average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it? So on average, more than once a day. What is it? People are struggling with this one.
She's struggling with this one.
Yeah.
Brain's tired, by the way. It's only a 1 hour show.
That's right. We still have 32 minutes, so take your time, sweetheart.
I don't know. I want to come up with something good.
All right, I tell you what. I'm going to take some answers here. You stand there and think of one.
All right.
Okay, where'd we leave off? Abby says, hi, auntie.
Okay. That's not the answer.
She says hi. Gail says, eat dessert.
Eat dessert. No.
Abby says, gives treats to the dog. Probably way more than that.
No.
So no.
No.
Justin says, yawn. Great guess.
Yawn? No.
Again, how would someone keep track of that? What is it?
Blow your nose.
Blow your nose. Good guess, but no.
No.
Oh, you couldn't hear the buzzer. That's right. I gave you a buzzer.
Well,
You were wrong.
I can tell, but
Yeah. Well, I have
it's playing in my head.
but I have a ding too. How do you know I didn't hit that?
That's not the ding kind of thing.
Oh, well. Anyways, nobody's got it yet.
By the way, do you like Liam's sled?
The
It's
hint
right behind you.
The hint was, ironically, someone said it yesterday as an answer.
Yes.
I'll add it one step further. It was an incorrect answer yesterday. Just
Yes,
so
that's
we can
true.
Make that clear.
Yeah.
But it was a guess from yesterday.
Somebody wants to go for a walk.
Everyone's racing back to yesterday's
Charlie
video, trying to see.
I have this script.
I'm taking 3 more guesses.
All right,
That's
3
it.
more.
Dana says, wipe their eyes.
Wow. No.
No.
Wipe their eyes.
I need 2 more guesses, and then that's a wrap.
Oh, you decided on 3, but we don't have them yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Okay.
I had
All right.
one. Yeah, and we'll come back with a hint next week.
That's right.
It's gonna have to go over the weekend.
No show tomorrow. I'm sorry. We have to. Am I going to ruin your weekend?
Mia says no. It's the Friday show. We don't get stumped into the weekend. Typically, yes, but this is day 1, and we've had so many where you guys guessed it on day 1. We need to tame you people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Next guess. Get dressed. Says
Get
Abby.
dressed. No.
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 No. One last guess. Give us a clue. I feel like we gave you a pretty big clue.
We did.
It was on. Someone guessed it yesterday. Why
Yeah.
would they have guessed it yesterday? Just think. Just sit there and think. Let's all just take a minute.
Do we need
Let's
to
play some music and think.
Oh, okay. You could mute us and I could say it again. Mouth it again.
No. That's not what I meant. By the way, when I muted the mics, I meant like, you know how the refs come together? Like
Yes.
we would come
Yeah,
together
yeah.
and think of a hint.
Yes.
Not just say the answer. Oh, wow. Abby's guilt tripping me and using her daughter in this. She says Audrey's B-Day weekend will be ruined.
Oh, the pressure. The pressure.
I don't know. Do we? We'll come up with another hint. I have another hint.
You have another
I
hint?
have another hint, yeah.
Do you want him to do another hint? Well, for Audrey.
Okay.
I think we should.
But okay. I'll do it now. We won't go into the weekend. If this takes the next 30 minutes, we'll do it until somebody gets an answer. But from this point forward, the only time we won't carry it over weekend is if it's been like 3 days.
Okay.
Then we won't carry it over the weekend. But if it's day one, we're going to let this simmer over the weekend.
Yes.
So you guys can think of something. But fine, not this weekend. I don't get any fun. No fun on this show.
Sorry.
Just a button pusher. Just have to do what everyone says.
Sorry.
Anyways, okay. The hint is, let me see who it was. Someone was. There's been a couple people along the lines in some sort of ballpark.
That's true.
Let me see. I just want to see. And there's one. I want to see if there's more than one.
No, Mia. It's right there. Mia.
Yeah, Mia was along the lines. Mia said go out to eat, and she's in the ballpark there.
Yep. Somebody else was close to?
Gail said eat dessert. I mean, same ballpark.
Yeah.
Not as close.
Yeah.
Same ballpark. And
I think that was it.
Yeah. I thought there was one more, but I guess not. Maybe I missed it. Yeah, Mia says peer pressure for the win. Only because of Audrey. Other than that, I don't care about you people. I'll make you guys wait. Yeah.
The average American does this almost 390 times a year. What is it?
By the way, I do care about all of you. I just want to make that clear. Anyways, play music.
No.
No. I don't know. That was just a random one I found. Where'd we leave off?
I think you left off with...
get dressed was no. Give us a clue. My whole weekend destroyed. Yeah, there we go. Drink alcohol.
Ooh.
No.
That's
probably a little higher than it should be. Yeah, that's probably a little higher than it should be.
Can you imagine if I had 390 scotch?
Yeah, that's when we label it a problem there.
Yeah.
That's definitely when we label it a problem. Let's see. Order in. Again, along the same lines. But no.
No, you must be exact.
We're looking for a specific detail. You guys are all in the ballpark, but it's like a specific seat in that ballpark.
And remember, somebody said this yesterday.
Yeah, the exact answer.
Remember we
was said
talked
yesterday.
about scary movies?
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned this yesterday.
I always get worried when you go off like that. When you're like, remember. And I'm like, he's going to say it.
He's going to say it.
I know he's going to say it.
It's going to come out.
I almost want to just like reach over and smack you.
Yeah.
I keep losing. You guys are going too quick with like, but not even all answers. Order in. Okay, Justin said make dinner. Again, same ballpark, but no. Bring home takeout. No. Let's see. Gil says, thank you, Audrey, for having a birthday. Did someone check the calendar? Can we just fact check this?
Know?
Yeah, let's fact check this.
We have it on our fridge, I'm sure.
Yeah. Pack lunches for school or work? No. Cass says, order takeout? No. Justin said, eat ice cream? No. Eats homemade food? No. Order dinner from your favorite place? No. Having dinner with someone? No. Having a meal with someone? That's the same thing. No. And Mia says, eat by yourself.
Hooray!
Yay!
It's a winner.
Eating alone.
Does it feel a little underwhelming here that we had to have these clues?
I do think that number's crazy high.
390 times?
Eating alone?
Well, if you count lunch. I mean, right?
True. Well, yeah, like breakfast and lunch, you actually probably eat alone quite a bit.
Right, probably.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that's reasonable.
So the average American eats alone 390 times a year. So somebody start counting.
Abby says we got her birthday card Auntie sent, so it's factual. How do we know that Trish isn't in on it? You know, maybe Trish is a part of this whole thing.
Oh, big plot.
You guys all trying to trick us. But yeah, Mia gets the dub. Mia gets the dub.
It's the last time we do clues.
I believe Mia's the first 3-time winner now. So
wow.
Everybody's got to catch up to Mia.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Today's fascinating facts. The Earth's speed as it orbits the sun is not a fixed rate. No matter how constant it may seem to us mortals, it's actually, slowing over time. The length of a day will become 25 hours in about 175 million years.
Okay, so we got time.
Don't toss your clocks just yet.
I already threw them all away.
So when they do that, though, can I campaign that we have a 13 o'clock?
A 13 o'clock.
I always thought that,
Interesting. I just hope Can we throw it into the part of the day while we're sleeping? Give everyone an extra hour of sleep.
Extra hour of sleep every day.
Don't let the corporations get that extra hour. They're going to try. They're going to try everything they can.
They are. They are.
Yeah, no. Extra hour of sleep for our great ancestors. Yeah.
Couple of feel-good stories because we won't be here on Friday. Yeah, I woke up this morning, the alarm went off, and I was like, oh, yeah, I got to do the show. Oh, but we have the day off tomorrow. Oh, but I get up at 4 because Trish likes to leave at 5.
Not all of us.
That's true.
Yeah.
You stay here.
Day off for me.
Couple of feel-good stories this morning. Earlier this month in Alvord, Texas, a fire started in the home of Nathan and Kayla Dahl while the family was sleeping. Amazingly, Nathan and Kayla's 2-year-old son, Brandon, woke up Kayla saying, "Mama, hot." Because of Brandon's warning, Nathan and Kayla were able to grab their 5 kids and get everyone out of the house safely. The fire was devastating, but everyone was thankful that little Brandon woke up and took the action he did. Kayla now calls Brandon their little mini hero. While the Dahl family lost their home, the community has rallied in a big way to get them back on their feet, donating many things they need to keep rolling. They are currently renting a house nearby and hope to have something more permanent in the next couple of weeks.
I'm just thinking, Liam knows the word hot too. So
Yeah, he does.
I guess that's a good word to teach kids. Yeah.
Yep.
But shout out to that kid. Nice.
In the Netherlands, a supermarket chain has opened checkout lanes that are not express, and they're not 12 items or less. Instead, they're designed to be slow, to offer elderly customers a chance to chat a bit and combat loneliness. Jumbo Markets will be opening up 200 Kleskasses, or chat checkouts, where customers can take their time and talk rather than pay for their groceries as quick as possible. A number of Jumbo supermarkets have also introduced a chat corner where people in the community, both young and old, could come to have a cup of coffee and just talk. No phones allowed, I hope.
Yeah, I'm also just thinking though, like, what if there's multiple people that want to have a chat in line, and so it's like you have to.
Great!
You're
I gotta wait half an hour to have a chat.
You're like waiting. Like, I just want to talk to her. I don't know, but that is cool.
Pretty soon they'll start putting signs up like 6 topics or less.
Yeah. Or maybe they can do like group discussions, like maybe just gather everyone around.
Yeah,
at
we
once.
could do that.
Yeah, just so that there's no one waiting. But that is cool.
Flying cars are back in the news. Seems like I have a story about this every month. Long before the Jetsons debuted on TV, science fiction fans envisioned a future including flying cars. Well, their future may be here. Take a look at the latest. The new air car has received the certificate to fly from the Transport Authority of Slovakia. The air car, which features a BMW engine, has completed 70 hours of flying, including 200 takeoffs and landings. I don't have a price for it. I don't know if anybody has a chance to Google air car. When it lands, it takes about 3 minutes to turn it back into a car with the touch of a button. I've seen, there is a video online, but it's like 3 minutes long. And it takes off from an airport, lands at an airport, and then they push a button and the wings kind of fold in.
One thing I'll say is, at least this one looks like what you would think a flying car should look like.
Yeah,
we
some
had,
of those others.
We had one a couple weeks ago where like it literally looked like a go-kart drone.
Yeah.
It was like, well, I don't know if that's what I want.
I don't know if I'd be safe in that, yeah. The certification means that the air car can now be mass-produced. But that's got to be just look at it, right? It had to be super expensive.
I would think so.
Yeah. More vegan news. We talked earlier this week about a woman who, surprised her boyfriend with vegan cooking.
Or, in his eyes, tricked her boyfriend.
Yeah. Are you vegan curious? A new survey found that 50% of respondents said they were curious about a vegan diet. However, while lots of people are interested in a vegan diet, there is one thing stopping them. A survey found that 60% of respondents said they would explore plant-based eating if the options were tastier. Of those who tried going plant-based, 17% said they didn't stay with it because they thought the food lacked flavor or taste. And they also said there were not enough options.
Now, could that be like the chef? Could the chef be the problem? Whoever's preparing this vegan food.
Could be.
Maybe it's not the food. Maybe it's the person preparing the food.
According to the survey, most people who tried a plant-based diet only lasted about 3 months. Maybe that's why the flexitarian diet, am I saying that right? Yeah.
Sounds right.
The flexitarian, it's mostly plant-based, but also meat on occasion.
Okay.
So that diet is gaining in popularity.
I feel like you'd be okay if you do that.
I would think so. You'd be getting some benefit, right?
It's hard to do things on occasion, though, especially like something as massive. Like the reason diets are so hard is because like food is such a big part of your life.
Big part
it's
of
a
your
huge change you have to make.
Yep.
So anything that big is hard to stick with. Yeah. I don't know. Flexitarian? Is anyone a flexitarian out there?
I don't know any. If there are any flexitarians, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any good mother-in-law stories? I found out there's another subreddit. You know how we have Am I the A-hole?
Yeah.
There's one called Mother-in-Laws from Hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't read it, but I was okay. I never really had a problem with my in-laws. Pregnancy announcements are a big deal, of course, and a special part of becoming new parents. So what would you do if someone spilled the beans before you got the chance? And to make it worse, what if that person was your mother-in-law?
Ooh.
The subreddit Mother-in-Laws from Hell had a story about a woman's mother-in-law posting all over Facebook about how she was excited that she was going to be a grandmother. The problem was the couple wasn't ready to tell the world yet. They wanted to wait a little longer, at least to get past that 12-week mark, where a lot of people are, once you get past that, the health concerns, we can announce. When the couple confronted the grandma-to-be about the post, she said it was her news too.
No, it's not. It's not.
Now,
It's really not.
if I remember right, didn't we go through this when Sarah was pregnant with Liam? Because I think Sarah told us first.
Mm-hmm.
We had mom on the phone, and I was down in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But then, mom had to wait. She couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah, but she didn't, though. She didn't tell anyone.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
But I can remember, she was like, "Oh, I want to tell everyone."
Yeah.
No.
I remember vividly when they told me, they FaceTimed me. I had just come home from work, and we were FaceTiming, and I don't know. We always FaceTime. I just thought it was a normal FaceTime. I was like eating dinner, probably like very, ugly.
Ugly.
I don't know what's that. Well, anyways,
Yes.
that word. And I just remember they said something along the lines of like, what do you think about, what would you do if we told you were going to be an uncle? And,
Okay.
And I said, I am. You have 2 dogs. Like, I don't get it. I was like, are you? Because
Really?
I'm Uncle Matt. Like,
Yeah.
that's to the dogs, They always, I'm Uncle Matt to the dogs. And I don't know. I was like, are you really getting a 3rd dog? Like, I don't really understand the phrasing of this question.
Oh, it didn't hit you.
I don't know. It's just something you don't expect at times. And that one I did not expect at all. I genuinely thought they were getting another dog. So Liam, if you're watching this later
Yes.
in life, I thought you were another dog.
Yeah. Some people on Reddit said that the couple should punish the mother-in-law by keeping any other big news from her for fear that this will happen again.
I mean, you have to, right? Especially because,
Yeah, I guess.
Especially because the entitlement, though. She's like, this is my news. So
Yeah.
from that point forward, she's going to be like, everything is my news. I am the star of this show.
Yeah, if she hadn't said it was her news too, and I can just picture mother-in-laws, can't you? Well, it's my news too.
If she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Some people
know.
just aren't good at keeping secrets. Like,
Yeah.
And they accidentally let it slip. But she seems like she fully intended on doing this.
And I think, now that I remember, I think Sarah did look at me and say, "Dad," because I put everything on Facebook. I'm that guy.
You are that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
So Sarah was like, "Hey, Dad, don't post about it."
That's a serious thing we have to consider every time we tell anyone anything is you need to tell that person and then follow up by saying, don't put this anywhere.
Right.
We don't.
Right.
This is not public knowledge yet, especially with you.
Especially,
we
yeah,
do.
with
Yeah.
me with the blog and everything else.
Funny enough, though, Sarah is the one that we actually can't tell secrets to because
Yeah.
she will.
She can't keep a secret.
Well, mainly she can't keep a secret from the immediate family because she talks to us all so often, and so
yeah.
like
What was the last thing we kept?
she
from
knew
her?
about she knew about Kat's engagement. She knew Josh was going to propose, and so she stopped. She didn't talk to Kat for weeks
Yeah, that was it.
to the point where Kat was like, "Hey, did I do something to Sarah?
yeah.
Like, why is she not
Why is
talking
she
to
mad
me?
at- why is she
she's
ghosting me?
ignoring me?
Yeah.
She's not answering any of my calls." But Sarah knew that she couldn't keep it a secret. So
Yeah, isn't that funny when you know that if I talk to her, I'm going to blow it?
Yeah.
So you just don't talk to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then finally, when it happened, Sarah was like, "I just want you to know, like, I don't hate you. I couldn't tell you." And, yeah. But yeah, Sarah's the one we can't tell things to. She can't keep a secret.
Do we have any comments about this mother-in-law story here?
Well, we have some comments about vegan. Dana says,
Oh, okay,
Dana
sure.
says, quite simply, eat meat. That's it. Just
it.
eat meat.
Just go for it.
Let's see. Where are we at? Abby says, yeah, that's not her news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's my news too.
Kat said, I knew the second they FaceTime me because Steven and Sarah don't FaceTime me together. True. It was,
Oh,
yeah, I
right.
should have known because whenever we FaceTime Sarah and Steven's there, he's like in the background and he like does like, I don't know, funny like waves and stuff. Like he'll randomly appear. But like they FaceTime you and they were both sitting together. It's like, I should have known from that. It was like something big because I don't know, it felt like so formal. Like they were both sitting there like, we need to tell you something.
Yeah, you're right, Kat, because I knew the same thing. When Sarah said, Steven and I want to talk to you and we need to get mom on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, here it is. You know?
Yeah, it was very formal. They were like, "We need to tell you, you're dying." I'm like, "Wait a minute, how do you know?" And I don't know. Am I okay? Yeah, no. I did assume it was a dog though. Yeah, a third dog.
I can't. It's just funny to me that that's what you thought it was.
Yeah,
So,
I genuinely thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Gail said, "Yeah, I would never tell her anything ever again. I wouldn't tell her anything." Yeah.
well, I guess it's like she becomes like Sarah, the person we can't tell a secret to.
She said, "I knew for weeks before my Toby proposed to our Elizabeth. It was hard not sharing, but it's their story to tell." Yeah.
True.
I think people just want like this mother-in-law sounds like she just wanted the attention, like she wanted that moment.
Tell the world
Yeah.
that she's going to be a grandmother.
This is my story.
Yeah.
No, you weren't. You weren't there for the tango.
You're the supporting cast.
At least I hope she wasn't there.
Yeah. You never know.
And
Yeah.
it's just, anyways, moving on.
Hey, we never really mentioned this yesterday. I couldn't believe we got off the air and I was walking to grabbing a cup of coffee and I said, we never mentioned David Ortiz
Yeah.
because Tuesday night he got the call and the videos on Twitter and all over, I guess, of him sitting there. Pedro Martinez
I
was
love
at the
that.
house with
Yeah,
him.
I love that.
And David Ortiz was the only player voted in this year.
Yeah.
Out of all the possible players, there was only one chosen, and it was David, the first-time candidate. So, take that, Dan Shaughnessy.
Just saying, I said it in the morning. You were like, "Do you think he's going to get in?" I'm like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And you were like, we'll see. I was like, absolutely.
Now, there was a tweet from Danny Vietti of CBS Sports who said, MLB's all-time hits leader, who's Pete Rose, all-time home run leader, who is Barry Bonds, and all-time Cy Young leader, who is Roger Clemens, are all not in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Of course, they've all had, Pete Rose with gambling, and the other two with steroid, PED.
Yeah.
Was it ever proven?
I think Barry Bonds wasn't it?
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
he?
think I think so.
I think his was proven.
I think so.
I don't know a lot about the Roger Clemens situation.
I did read a comment from Roger Clemens Tuesday night that said 10 years ago, we kind of figured the Hall of Fame's not going to happen. So we've moved on. I just look back on, did I play my best? Did I make a contribution to the game?
Yeah.
And he says, now I focus on my family. So
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that who is it that chooses the
Baseball Writers of America.
They were saying that whatever guidelines they have are they need changing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how, like, Barry Bonds was just like a freak of nature with what he did. So
But
like
it was
you think he should be in, but
it was because of what he did. He juiced, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So the whole thing, if you're not, if you're a casual baseball fan, the whole thing is these guys allegedly took drugs. They took something to make them that great. So the baseball writers are like, well, then you don't deserve to be in the hall because you cheated.
One thing I will say though is that many times, like I'm not defending A-Rod in any way because I don't like A-Rod still to this day. But like a lot of the times they are freaks of nature in their talent, and then in their minds, because this is actually what happened to A-Rod. Like they feel like, okay, wow, I started off this hot. I need to get better. Like I can't just stay like this. I need to get better. So then they do that. Like A-Rod was a freak at how good he was in like his rookie year.
And then he got a massive contract and he said, oh, I got to get better.
You got to live up to it. So then that's when they do that. Like A-Rod, if he hadn't done that stuff, what his career could have been. I mean, also he could have went to the Red Sox too, which
he could have. That
was
almost happened.
Another crazy part of A-Rod's career. A-Rod had a lot of what ifs in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, what he could have been if he stayed off PEDs. Yeah.
I was wondering if any of these players, of course, I don't know their mindset if they even think this way, but I was wondering if any of these players stop and think, was it worth it? Should I have done it? It's like, well, you got that massive contract because you did it, So
yeah, I don't know, but a lot of people think the Writers Association is, I don't know, it's flawed, very flawed in the way they choose the Hall of Fame.
And do we just look back at baseball and say that? Well, they already do. They already say that was the steroid era. That the Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa era, that was steroids.
But that's the thing, though. I think there's like this, and I'm not saying I'm defending them in any way, but like a lot of times you think like, oh, they only reached that level of greatness because of it. But like they were all very talented beforehand. They like Barry Bonds. It's not like he couldn't hit home runs before he used steroids,
right?
But obviously
didn't hit as many. Yeah,
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Random thought time. And yesterday, we got some great response to this. Yesterday, we asked the question, what's an unusual place you've been to? And I mentioned the Spam Museum in Minnesota. Oh, by the way, Diane sent me a Facebook message about that can of Spam I told you about yesterday.
Okay.
Evidently, at one of our local Walgreens, somebody went in and found a can of Spam is in a, what do you call it, security lockbox.
Yeah, like what razors are in?
Yeah, when you get razor blade, they have to open it at the counter.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, now we're guarding Spam?
Which I don't, is there that high of a demand for it? Like I don't see it. I don't get it.
I don't either. Anyway, yesterday, what's an unusual place you've been to? We got a lot of answers on Facebook. Nancy said she toured Seabrook Station Nuclear Power Plant as it was being built. That must have been cool.
Yeah.
I went and looked up some of these because I was, fascinated. And I was like, well, what is this? And they are all amazing if you go to Google. John mentioned the Swarovski Crystal Welton in Wattens, Austria. It's a museum. Reverend Betty from our church, she mentioned I hope I'm saying it right, the Wieliczka salt mine near Krakow, Poland. These are unusual places they've been to. Kevin went to Valmeyer, Illinois, and he saw salt mine caves and native Indian mounds. David went way down in the bowels of the Hoover Dam. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
I'm realizing I need to travel more.
Maureen went to caves in Monterrey, Mexico. Greg went to Bumpus Hell and Devil's Kitchen. It is in the Lassen Volcanic National Park. I'd love to see a volcano. Marla, my daughter-in-law, Marla was stationed in Iwo Jima for at least a year, I think, if not more.
I think so.
That was her unusual place to go, was Iwo Jima. Phyllis wrote me a little story here. She said she went to Hawaii, a black beach with huge turtles swimming and sunbathing on rocks. I had on white sneakers, but they never got dirty. The black soil or black sand rolled right off. Beautiful waters everywhere, nearly 82 degrees daily. And Peter Judge says he went to the Kabuki Theater in Tokyo, but he also added, with the Phoenix Suns' Kevin Johnson. So I don't know if he was hanging out with Kevin,
Or if he was just also there.
if he went there and Kevin was there. I don't know.
Either way, that's cool.
Yeah. So there's results from yesterday's question. Today's random question: what are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could do to settle differences? A little deep this morning.
I have two.
But you have the weekend. You have two.
I have two of them.
Okay, so what are some interesting alternatives to war that countries could maybe settle their differences with? I can't wait. What are you two?
Number one, hot dog eating contest.
So we get
Joey Chestnut.
We get Joe Biden and Putin together?
Oh, no.
Oh, we put Joey Chestnut.
We select our warrior.
Oh, okay.
And for us, Joey Chestnut.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
We'd have it down. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Number two, which this just makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to everyone else. Call of Duty. We'll fight it out the way the way these leaders want to fight it out.
There you go.
But virtually, no one gets hurt.
No damage.
Why not? Call of
like
Duty.
it.
Little 1v1 action.
I like it.
Yeah, quick scope, no scope, snipers only. You know, I don't know. We could set the ground rules. Call of Duty.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's see. What do we got? Where's the hot spot now? Ukraine, I guess. Everyone's watching to see if Russia's going to invade Ukraine.
Plus, it would be great because, like, when you think of like war heroes, you think of like big dudes,
Yes.
face paint,
Six packs.
yeah. Instead, it would be our war heroes would be like these scrawny nerds in their parents' basement, winning us the war.
Go for
online. Anyways, let's see what we have. Abby says rock paper scissors best 3 out of 5.
I thought about that.
I like how you specified. I would say probably out of 7, best of 7 maybe. It seems like a pretty serious situation. I think we should bump it up to 7.
You ever notice it becomes 7 when 3 out of 5 doesn't work your way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's when 1 doesn't work. Best of 3.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. Best of 5.
Best of 5.
Yeah. Once you get to best of 15, you're like, I think you're just afraid of losing.
Yeah. You got to set limits.
Dana says water balloon fight.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
That could work.
I'm not familiar with this one. Diane says a game of Stratego.
It's a board game.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Stratego?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a board game that uses a lot of military strategy and all that.
Along the
Why
lines of
not?
Call of Duty.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Same concept. No one gets hurt.
No one gets hurt.
Abby says game of Jenga.
How about giant Jenga? We have that. Doug has that.
I mean,
down in
you know what?
Virginia.
If it's about war, I think it should be giant Jenga. I mean,
Yeah.
Big stakes.
It's
So big Jenga.
Using 2x4s.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Gail says cook a meal together. No conflict there. I
That's
like
right.
it. Maybe we can
That's
just we'll have Dana whip up a quick brisket and we'll all sit and enjoy. We'll have some wine and we'll talk it out. We'll just talk it out. Justin says I like the Call of Duty one. I mean,
I never thought of that.
These
That's
leaders,
brilliant.
A lot of them are war hungry. So we'll quench that hunger.
Yep.
I think Charlie's scratching the door. We'll quench that hunger, but no one gets hurt. It's Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Abby says, for a second I was like, what is fine 7? But she meant, okay, fine. We'll do best of 7. A limbo match. Perfect. Just says dance off. Yes. I like all these because you can't be serious. Imagine trying to take over a country and you're like, all right, bring it, Putin.
Yeah.
We're just vibing.
Think about that, though. Who would win a dance-off between Biden and Putin? Well, Putin's more flexible.
Well, this is why I think we should probably bring in other people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that would change elections all to begin with. I don't think
yes.
I don't think we'd be voting if we knew it was coming down to dance. We wouldn't be voting between, Biden and Trump. It would be
J-Lo?
J-Lo, yeah. We'd get some dancers up in here leading this country. Yeah.
All right. One more story here before we get to Foodie Friday on a Thursday. We've all read and giggled at plenty of lists of food that are considered aphrodisiacs, like oysters, champagne, chocolate. But there are other foods that might work in the opposite direction. Before you think garlic breath is the worst thing that you have to think about, here are some other foods to think about skipping if you're planning a romantic night. Number 1, cheese. Especially if you're lactose intolerant. You could end up doubled over in pain. Spicy food. Nothing puts the kibosh on an amorous moment like having to pause for indigestion. Beans. Need we say more? They're nature's fruit.
Yeah.
The more you eat, No.
Yeah, you can finish the rest.
Onions and garlic, I think it's understood.
Yeah.
Right? Soft drinks. There's nothing sexy about stopping to burp. Starchy carbs, because they can make you feel sleepy rather than frisky. And, believe it or not, alcohol is on this list. While it can certainly put you in the mood, it can also ruin the mood by making you sluggish. Or if you have too much, there's got to be a fine line there, how much alcohol to have. So there you go, a little take on food while we get ready for Foodie Friday on a Thursday. Yeah, this is the Friday show because if you're just joining us, Trish and I are going to Virginia Beach tomorrow to see Sarah and Liam and Doug and Marla and Steven. Maybe Skip, Gail. Maybe we'll see.
I was like, what are you waiting for? Pause. Are there more people down there?
Oh, so Foodie Friday, this is where we take your suggestion for a food or a restaurant and give it a try. So this week on Foodie Friday, kale soup is the feature. A couple of weeks ago, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about kale soup, and you mentioned that you've never had it.
Yeah, and I got roasted by like everyone.
I can't remember if I had it. I would think living in...
They were like, how do you live in New England and you never had, or Massachusetts, or New Bedford, or whatever.
Bedford. I don't know what they're saying.
And if I've had it, I really don't remember. So I was trying to think of where should we go to get a good kale soup? When all of a sudden, one of our faithful viewers, listeners, Diane, made kale soup and offered us some.
Worked out, yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go, kale soup. Let's see.
Here we go.
Let's see. I'm going to try it. I'm going to make sure I get kale in the first bite.
I did get kale in the first
That's
bite.
what you all are going crazy about. Let me see. Let me dig out some kale here.
Got some taters in
A
it.
lot of good stuff in here. All right, here we go. I didn't get kale. I lied. Okay, there we go. There's kale in
got
this
some
bite.
meat in it.
Okay, very flavorful.
I'm liking it.
What do we got here? We got potatoes. We got some sort of bean. We got carrots.
Is there carrots? Then
I don't know what the red thing is, but there's something red in here.
it's very colorful.
Yeah. Tastes good.
And what is it? Is it linguiça? No, it's not linguiça. Is it chorizo? I'm not sure.
Let me see. I got a big piece here.
I got kale that time.
Very good.
You like it?
Yeah.
You recommend it?
Definitely lived up to the hype.
It did. It did. Some kale soup. Or kale soupish, I guess, as it's called around here.
I haven't had kale soup before, so I can't compare it to anything, but I mean, that was a great kale soup.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So we're going to have to try kale chips because didn't Abby say that
Nah, I guess we could.
my niece Liz makes kale chips and
Yeah.
she was not a fan, right? But anyway, on the kale soup.
I'm a big soup fan. I feel like I don't
Do you
give
really?
soup enough love. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
soup. It's great. Dip some bread in there. That's great combination.
If we had some fresh bread with this, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an 8. I really liked it. So I'll go with an 8 for the kale soup.
I think I'm going to do the same.
Are
8
you?
out of 10. Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
Good kale soup.
All right.
I like it.
So if you have an idea, something we should try on Foodie Friday, if it's a particular dish or something from a chain that they're trying out for a limited time, let us know. And we will feature it again on a Foodie Friday. Whoop. Somebody's upset he didn't get any kale soup.
Did you want kale soup, Charles?
Yeah. He'll eat anything.
That's true.
He'll eat it.
That's very true.
So thanks to Diane once again for the kale soup.
It was very good.
Funny story about this guy. Yesterday I had some Ritz crackers. So, of course, he wanted Ritz crackers. So I go to give him a Ritz cracker, and he comes up to it so gently, and he sniffs it. It's like, and then he takes it from you.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is the same dog that outside eats whatever he finds.
Well, yeah, tries to eat rabbit poop all the time.
Yeah, he tries to eat rabbit poop all the time. But if I hand him a cracker, he has to smell it. Do I want
pulled him.
this?
I mean, I've told the story about the mouse that I pulled out of his mouth one time. Yeah. Like, it's like, bro, this, like, it's a Ritz cracker.
And I'm giving you something that's okay. And
Yeah.
you're like, do I
like,
want this?
Yeah, but it doesn't have quite the flavor as the mouse.
As the mouse, yeah. So you said we have some different ideas here for the game. This is different way. Instead of going to war with other countries, how could we compete?
Justin said an America's Got Talent type show.
Do we have Simon on the panel?
Which I like, but you'll have to go singer, right? It's always singers that win those shows.
Seems to be.
Yeah. I mean, you'll get like different things, like comedians do well.
Yeah, magicians do well.
But then I feel like as you progress, because you got to keep doing it, that's when you start to lose it. Yeah, and then it ends up being singers. Nothing against singers, but
Yeah.
let's see. How he says, game of Monopoly. It'll never be over, just like real war. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want that, though. Do we want a never-ending conflict, Maybe go with something like, what's something that hasn't it? Life. You can make it to the end of the game of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never liked that game.
I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I'll have to do a
I
show
need
on
more board
games.
games in my life.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show on board games.
I need game nights. I'm going to start having game nights.
Sure.
Who wants to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
In the basement.
Get everybody together.
Anyways, Ryan says Thumb War. Yes. Yes. Yeah, again, because I feel like it just takes away, like, how can you take two people seriously if they're like fighting over like land and they're just going at it Thumb War style? You can't take it serious, which is what's perfect about this.
All right. If you beat me, you get Ukraine,
Abby says those bowls are cute. They actually, you guys, or Trish bought those when you started making homemade ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, those are actually our ice cream bowls,
Ice
but they
cream
fit the
bowls.
soup so perfectly.
They did.
So perfectly. So, yeah, that's where the bowls came from. But yeah.
All right. That'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you're on the podcast, and thank you for watching. If you enjoy what we do here, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock. And, of course, available anytime throughout the day on YouTube or on any of your favorite podcast apps. You can also leave us a voicemail with your questions, comments, if something hits you over the weekend you want to talk about. Just call 774-473-9910, and we'll feature it on a future show. All right. I'm off to Virginia Beach with Trish tomorrow morning at dark 30.
Yay.
So our plan is Monday morning at 8. He'll be there, and I'll be way over there.
Yes.
I'll be in Virginia Beach.
But for you, we'll be in the same place.
Yes,
on
we
YouTube. Yeah.
We leave you the thought for the day, and our thought today is, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. All right. No matter what, have a great day, great weekend.
Peace.